Today is May 6th, and the new Last Stand update is finally here in Halo Infinite. Bringing with it, of course, the new double barrel shotgun, the Mutilator, a new Juggernaut game type, which features the Mutilator in favour of the Gravity Hammer, some new linear firefight maps, these being Cole Protocol and Out With A Bang, which almost feel akin to Spartan Ops missions, and of course we have a new Operation Pass, some more items on the exchange, and some new items on the shop. First of all, let's talk about that new Operation Pass. Of course, this is a new 50 tier 1, just like we had with Frontlines, which means this one costs 1,000 credits to purchase, and of course that gives you the purchase bonuses and access to extra rewards throughout the pass. So this is more like a traditional battle pass as opposed to the Operation Passes we're now a bit more used to. The purchase bonuses here are the Commander Agrina Armor Kit, the Chibi Johnson Weapon Charm, and the Victor Visor. I think for 1,000 credits, these are fine, especially given how much armor kits are usually charged for in the shop. And of course, when you do purchase this, you do also get the Agrina Armor Coating and Visor, although that's not mentioned here. So that's an armor kit, an armor coating, 2 visors, and a weapon charm. Throughout the pass, you get the typical rewards that we're used to, various emblems, Spartan points, and of course, some really cool armor. There's 4 armor sets here. The first 2 that you'll start to unlock are Scarred Comet, which is based on Halo Headhunters. And this helmet's really cool. It has this little energy blade mark in the visor. It also has a pretty nice helmet attachment, and then you get the Sec Ops armor set, which to my understanding is based more so on the Halo 4 Marines, and this is also a really good set for the Mark 7, with Sec Ops being the free armor set. The rest of the tiers after tier 20 are of course under the premium version of the pass. Now you can level up continuously even if you don't own it, so if you have a change of mind throughout the 34-day period that this is active and want to buy it, you can buy it whenever. Though that being said, when this operation is over, you will no longer be able to purchase this pass, and the items from it will eventually move into the shop and the exchange. I'm going to talk a bit more about that later on. But the premium tiers do come with some really cool stuff. There's some nice weapon models here for the Bandit and the Bulldog. You also get Halo 3 EVA, which I know is obviously a huge fan favorite and something that a lot of players are going to be very excited about. And you also get the Halo 4 Raider armor too. So as a whole, this Operation Pass is definitely pretty damn good. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not worth 1,000 credits. I think that is a fine price for the contents that you get here. And I'm of course looking forward to grinding this one out. Now moving over to the shop, I'm not going to go in depth with all the returning items. We have the Charming Start Bundle, Eagle Claw, Rock Eye, Silent Sentry, and the Transgressor Armor Kit. You'll also notice you now have the option to buy Spartan points. Personally, I don't see why you'd ever need to do this. They are so unbelievably easy to unlock. But you can get 10,000 Spartan points for 1,000 credits, 20,000 Spartan points for 2,000 credits, and 100,000 for 10,000. Now, quite frankly, I think if they're doing this, they also need to give you the option to transfer your Spartan points into credits. It doesn't necessarily need to be the same conversion rate, but I do think that absolutely needs to be an option. Anyways, moving back over to the other shop items, you'll notice the Agitator and Tormentor armor sets can be brought on their own now. Previously, they were restricted to a bundle, which was something like 3,000 credits, but it's cool to see that you can buy both of these individually now. Agitator is 1,600 and Tormentor is 1,500. I still think this is pretty pricey, but it's nice to have that option. The ODST Orcus armor set from the Frontlines Operation Pass is also now available on the store for 2,200 credits. I think this is pretty damn crazy for an armor set, especially an armor set that was available in a 1,000 tier pass. And personally, I don't think they should have changed how the Operation Passes work. That was one of the main things that people liked about Infinite from the get-go, was that you always had the option to go back and buy prior passes, and of course most of the old ones are still there, but knowing that none of the newer ones will be permanently available, I think is a huge bummer. Especially for new players, as it feels like they're going to be missing out on quite a lot. Anyway, the next new bundle is the Extreme Sidekick bundle, which gives you the weapon model of the same name. This is like a little water gun. It's kind of cool, and then you also get the Extreme Deluxe weapon coating. Now, this is 1,000 credits, which I think is kind of overpriced, if I'm being completely real. It's cool, but I don't know if I'm going to pick this one up myself, unless I feel like I need it for a machinima. Anyways, moving on, we have our next 2 big armor sets. First of all, we have the return of the Orion Armor. First seen in the Macworld trailer for Halo Combat Evolved, and then later available in Halo 2 Anniversary. It's really cool to get this in Infinite. I know this is an armor set that people have wanted for quite a while, and we did think we were going to get it back in Season 3. The bundle, of course, comes with a helmet itself alongside its own attachment. You get some knee pads, a wrist attachment, shoulder pads, a chest piece, which looks really cool, potentially the best one available on the Mirage Core. You also get a utility piece, the Forest Ichor armor coating, the Sticks and Stone weapon model for the Sidekick, which is one of the most creative models in the game, and I love that it's a little reference to Johnson's quote from Halo 2. and you also get the tactical weapon coating. Now this bundle does cost 2,000 credits, which again I just think is too pricey for what you get here. The armor set is cool, don't get me wrong, there's some really nice pieces, and I do think that weapon model is awesome. I can definitely see that a lot of effort has been put into these cosmetics, but I just think this is overstepping that price line a little bit too much. Anyways, we have one other armor set, which is the Liberator Armor. Again, this is also based on Halo Headhunters. You get the Liberator helmet alongside its own helmet attachment, knee pads, wrist attachment, some shoulder pads. You also get the Pierced Plate Legendary Chest attachment. Similar to the helmet in the Operation Pass, this also has that Energy Sword scarring. And you also get the Red Weave armor coating. Again, same thing I usually say, I think both of these armor sets available on the shop right now are really damn cool. But those prices are considerably high. You can also get both of them in the 3,200 credit Headhunter Constellation Super Bundle, which does come with the bonus item of the Venomous Harvest Kill Effect. Anyways, moving away from some of the premium items and looking at what we can get for free, the exchange has had a pretty considerable update. When you scroll all the way over to the end of the exchange now, you'll notice that there's some new sections, which show you all of the available items that have been released on this system. You can view all of the helmets that you can purchase with Spartan points, alongside all the helmet attachments, armor coatings, weapon coatings, and more. And I think that's definitely one of the best changes they made, especially again for free players or returning players that might have missed out on a lot of this stuff, or didn't know that you could go through the armor hall to buy them. I think this is a great change, especially just for getting an idea of what's available. And it's just really cool to see how much the exchange has expanded and seeing how many items are available here. It just shows how much you can unlock for free, and there's of course going to be even more coming to the game. And there's of course going to be even more coming to the exchange every month. Anyway, some of the Season 3 items have come back, including the Tyro armor set. We also have the Mirage Hermes armor from the Frontlines Operation Pass. I do think it's really cool to see this available on the exchange, but my point kind of still applies. I think you should just be able to buy that pass. I don't think that those items should rotate into the store. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because in one way it's better because it means the free armor is always free, but on the other hand, the premium stuff now has a huge price hike. But there is also a couple of new items on the exchange, most noticeably the UA Type 83 wrist attachment and the Aegis Duty Case utility piece, both of which being available on the Mark 7 core and make some nice additions to the armor set from the pass. And one final juicy bit of customization news, you can now customize a few additional weapons. This includes the MA5K, the brand new Mutilator, the Needler, the Shock Rifle, and the Heatwave, with presumably the rest of the Banished and Forerunner weapons being added over time. This has definitely been something that has been highly requested since launch, and hopefully eventually leads to them doing the same thing with vehicles too. It's really cool just going through and seeing how some of these coatings look on weapons that they previously weren't available on. And I know I'm definitely going to have quite a lot of fun just messing around in the armor hall, as I usually tend to do. Anyways, I think that summarizes everything that's new today. But of course, let me know down in the comments if I am missing anything. I'm super excited to actually try this new update out myself, mostly for the Mutilator, of course. But let me know what you all think down in the comments. You can be picking up any of these new bundles, you can be picking up the new Operation Pass. What do you like and what do you dislike? Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.